somewhere that the blue skies are. So come with me to a place afar, where the palm trees dance and sway. So run with me. If we leave right now, we might make it in time. The sunset is fading, but the light's not gone. The ocean waves have just begun. The water is calming, the night is young. So if I lay down, will you come? So if I lay down, will you come? So if I lay down, will you come? I don't wanna leave this place, I don't wanna go. For some reason I felt like that I've always known. This is where we're meant to stay, where we should be. This place is where the sun shines forever free. The sunset is fading, but the light's not gone. The ocean waves have just begun. The water is calling, the night is young. So if I lay down, will you come? Follow, so follow. So if I lay down, will you come? Follow, so follow. So if I lay down,
Okay, welcome to today's stream. It appears that the Twitch ad break has now ended, so I can finally talk. As you can see, we have a new, how should I say it, update to Night Tulip's VTuber model. It's a chibi model this time, and I spent quite a bit of time customizing it, so it looks a bit more like what I had in mind. If we, for example, test the happy emotion, there she is with the happy emotion talking, and yeah, basically that's it. It looks a lot better than what I was using yesterday, and there's still some things I need to map. I need to map some expressions, and I need to map a new feature that I added to the channel points, which is basically to add cat ears to Night Tulip, because she has a toggle for cat ears. You heard that right. And it's only 350 channel points on Twitch. So yeah, make good use of it. Let me just check, because I'm receiving messages. Hold up. Alright. So, what I wanted to do was basically check for that specific ID when I claim something. I'm going to claim the cat ears and see if it says something in here. Doesn't appear so. So I most likely turned off the debug for it. Let me see, either that or yada setup. Oh, yeah, I basically turned it off. Okay, here I'll pass a none, and that should work. Points of redemption. Okay, if so, this one will be for talk to Tulip, and the other one will be something different. Let me just lower the music a bit, because I think that's too loud for now. Okay, that should be better. So, and this one would be cat ears. And in here, let me pass cat ears for now. I'm just going to say to trigger it whenever that thing is reached. Here it is. Oops, not what I wanted. Cat ears. And it doesn't need an event. Oh. Toggle cat ears. Okay, and in here I forgot the self. Cat ears equals cat ears. Okay. So, besides the semicolon that I keep trying to repeat, it should be better now. Okay, what I'm going to have to await here is basically cat ears, and I'm also going to create one that will basically always like return the list of things that have been claimed. Okay, output claimed, something like that. I'm going to do here. Let me see. Okay, here, define output client self and grab the event. Print f equals and event dot id event dot reward dot id and reward dot name. Might not be reader dot name title. Okay. So if I refresh this, it should do something. Check the refund. Okay. Let's re-update this. Okay. This one will always keep doing that. Okay. So now if I do something like go into here, trigger it again, manage rewards. Let me like toggle it and see if by refreshing the page I can see it better. Also, let me check on the audio. Okay, that's fine. Stream audio is currently good. Okay. Okay, for some reason now the cat ears are gone. Must have done something wrong. Hold up. Okay. More random sub. No. Something messed up. Give me a second. Yeah, it's still off on my dashboard, that's why. There should be an override for streamer, just to test these kind of things. Okay, there it is. Yeah, it's still on cooldown. Let me see, limit redemptions per stream. Okay, for now I'm going to take off the cooldown. And, okay. So, now in the console, I should have something. Missing one requirement. Current positional argument. Oh, crying out loud. I'm dumb. I keep forgetting these sort of things because it doesn't warn me before debugging. Okay. When I create the Twitch thing, pass in cat ears. Thank you. This is simple define and how much is 10 minutes? 600 seconds? Yeah, it should be 600. Let me see. 60 is 1, so 600 is 10. That's correct. Okay. Let's see if this works. Eventually I need to put everything in the config so I can easily manage it. Okay, that should be fine. Let's see. Where is Tulip cat ears? Okay. And on the console, there it is, the ID. Okay. So now if I go into the Twitch thing and say to map this ID to it, restart the client, we should now have Tulip using cat ears whenever prompted by stream, which is going to be fun. Okay, Tulip cat ears. Did it work? Of course it didn't. Something in here isn't correct at the moment. Okay, let's do it again. Okay. You're fine here. Okay. Take out that. Okay. Tulip cat ears now. Console, what is your issue? Yeah, you need channel point, await self on subscribe. Your callback needs to be a async function which takes one parameter. The heck? Okay, if it's up, listen that. This is an async. Oh, I'm really dumb. Toggle at ears. Okay, that should work. I was trying to pass the callback from the client itself, not the method in the Twitch client. So yeah, my mistake. Okay, so now it should pop up with the correct one. If I do this, and there she goes. Doesn't she look cute? Okay. Okay, so let's say hi to chat. I just started streaming. Let me test now, trying to trigger multiple things at the same time. See if the model can handle it. Did it reach the server?
Hey there, chat. Just popped in to give you the warmest virtual high five.
Yep.
Streaming's like a thrilling roller coaster ride. Let's just hope the tech doesn't crash. Fun fact, I once convinced a cat to type code it wasn't pretty. Ready to rock some code together? Vitar laptop.
Okay, that was quite good. I'm quite happy with the result. Now I just need to take a look at whatever is going on here, because the speech recognition is essentially just freaking out. Self-stream close. Okay, something in the speech to text is essentially... Okay, this is a try, this is also a try. Prep for whisper. Okay, listen in background. Okay, I'm going to say listen callback, so whenever that is done, define start listening to in background self. Okay, self.source, self.listen for command. If source self.source is not none, do this. Okay, listen for command, etc. This should hypothetically do it. Now I just need that button to essentially call that TK button. I'm going to say what was it called? And I think in thread set command sdt dot start listening in background. Okay, if I do this, will it still try to basically listen to a source that doesn't exist? Because that's what I'm seeing is happening. Also, people, don't forget there's new channel point features that you might love to use. Just giving a hint. Okay, let me restart this. Is my Steam client opening here? Okay, okay, that worked. Okay, this one is basically because of it's not in a wait. Okay, for now let it be. Let's see if okay, self-stream. Self.stream is null or none in the case of Python. Okay, if I go to the STT and see what it defines as stream, because I really don't understand what's going on here. Well, line 199, root main loop. Okay, it doesn't pose any issues, but it's going to be annoying. Trying to see how this can work, because either I do it to map to the listen to command, like it was before. I don't have a toggle listen. Okay. Okay. Listen callback will go true. It does have a source. And no longer has that code, so something in here isn't working that well. Okay, enter init. Now the type object has no attribute close. I need some sort of a while loop to keep it alive or something. I'm not understanding. Okay. Besides that, self-source, SR microphone, device index, SR recognizer, listen callback. Whatever I did for this is kind of not what we need. Okay, going to toggle this back here. Okay, and say something like self here. Self start is toggle. Oh, great. Press escape by mistake. Toggle. Listening in background. Listening equals not self dot listening. Okay. And now if we're going to here, self dot listening equals false. Okay. If not self dot listening, return. Okay. So that way it will only listen if I tell it to. Well, the one that matters to you, apparently. Bye bye. Okay, moving on. So, something in the client is not exactly working with tk-enter, which kinda is a certain error. Audio source must be entered before listening. Okay, but isn't the audio source already? Okay, audio source, copy value. Let me see if it's something I did by mistake. Oh, for crying out loud. Not this bug again. I need to work on that other star at the top. Session error. Audio source must be entered. Okay. There was a problem in your take command function. You forgot to mention that. What is your audio source? Recognizer as our microphone as source. Is that why it's freaking out? So that recognizer. I mean, this was working before. Okay, let's stop it and start again. I'm going to basically put it like this. So it has a source, but it doesn't have any stream. Okay, might be because of that self.stream source. Source stream. Self.listen callback. Okay, so that stream doesn't seem to be what I want. Recognize Google, no. R.listen. So stream is none. The session must be entered. Let me see. Is that the source is used outside of the width scope? Are you sure that the try accept block and the rec listen source are inside the width block? It's just unclear because of the formatting on GitHub. Okay, we test our microphone as source. Okay, rec listen. Listen for command with open, etc. Audio data. I'm kind of lost for it a bit. I wonder. I'm also having some minor issues. Okay, somehow like certain things I do on my computer are lagging a bit. Never mind. Okay, need to fix this. I had a button zip text highlighting, not what I want. Do I really need to do something like this? Because this is basically saying the same thing. Should just, yeah. It'll be using a while loop or something like that. Engine run late. Yeah. I don't want to use a while loop unnecessarily in my code. Oh, just realized something in my avatar. The text is showing. Okay, that should be better. Yeah. Amazing speech recognition. Let me see. It's our recognizer. Yeah. Hey Tyndall, how are you? Welcome. I'm currently trying to basically get speech recognition working again, but this time with the client. And yeah, let me introduce you to Tulip, by the way. I'm good. I'm a bit tired from today. In the afternoon I went to Japan Fair, so yeah. Currently facing some minor sunburns as my reward, basically. But yeah, I'm doing good. I'm trying to see what's going on with the speech recognition code, but in the meantime, at least Tulip now has a new model that works really good with her. I just need to basically get this fixed. And for now the rewards won't be working if they are Tulip related rewards. At least until I get this done. What are you using for your voice transcribing? Speech to texting. I'm using, let me check. It's a Whisper and regular speech recognition library. But yeah, it's trying something related to basically the stream being none. Yeah, it's running locally. I'm trying to run everything locally, even if it's on my server that's sitting to my left. Yeah. And yeah, basically that's it. This was working before because the code was a jumbled mess and I didn't have the client and server split into two. So now that I have that, it's a bit more difficult to basically get around it. Because the only way I'm seeing is having a while loop running on this. And I'm not really a fan of that. I'm going to basically have to say to do something like this again. Okay, let's ignore this. And I'm going to basically say to use this, pass everything from here to one tab ahead, self.recognizer, something like this, and passing the audio getWave data. Do you work for Affinity as in photo designer, publisher, etc.? No, different Affinity. That Affinity is basically a collaborator. What do you call it in English? Basically, it's a contractor for other companies. So I'm basically a contracted dev allocated to a different company than the one I'm contracted at. It's quite a weird mess that, yeah. Outsourcing, exactly that. Thank you. My brain, no English today. But yeah. Oh, okay. I wish I could work for myself, but so far I can't do that, at least for now. But one day, who knows? Depends on how things go. But would be one of my goals. It has good parts and bad parts, I can imagine. I need to hire a good team that I can trust, for starters. Good money when all good, panic when all not good. Oh, trust me, even in my work, panic is always when it's not good. Especially if we trigger like really serious issues in the code base in production. Yeah, those are not fun times. I'll tell you that. Okay, let me do something. How do I run all of this code in a while loop in a different thread? Python while loop in a separate thread. Yeah, but then add another level of maybe not getting paid. Yeah, that really is the worst part. Yeah. The things devs have to face. It's really bad. But yeah, I kind of wish sometimes that I could work for myself, even if it's just a part-time. Because sometimes I get that feeling that I'm getting how should I say, not overworked, but burnt out at jobs regarding the dev industry sometimes. But yeah, for now that's basically a pipe dream for sometimes. Yeah, that's the other side of the coin. Exactly. What we devs have to suffer. I like to take a month off between each large contract. Yeah, I can imagine. Because if we continue to go without breaks, we are the ones that are going to break eventually. So yeah, I advise every dev to basically take, even if it's a 2 week break. It does wonders sometimes. Harder to do as an employee. Indeed it is. I'll work with the customer for 6 to 7 months. I'll take a month off before starting the next. Yeah. As an employee, basically, I normally stay with projects that are like they basically don't have an end date, so we do maintenance on those bug fixes, whatever the client needs. Yeah, basically most of my work has always been like that. I don't think I've had like just simple projects that's delivered and yeah, there you go, do whatever you want with it. But yeah. But yeah, those are just my thoughts on as someone that this week had to put up with a lot of things. So yeah. Yeah, it's a mix, indeed. Uh, I mean, if I'm going to be honest, this week was a turmoil of emotions. I'm going to say that. And at a given point, I even considered the idea of switching to application security because it's one of my other interests and wouldn't basically break my love for coding in a way. So I'd be able to do what I love without feeling tired about doing it. But yeah, right now I need to study up on application security to even have that path open for me. So yeah, I have basically been trying to do try hack me so I can at least develop some other skills. And if there ever comes a time where I want to switch, professionally wise, not dream wise, I can do it. Because most companies are kind of open to that, like a dev switching to any other point. Yeah, then you know at least the basics. Yeah, like I might step down from being a senior dev into a junior application security dev or whatever, but at least it's some different peace of mind regarding what I do professionally, if I'm making myself clear. This is just me like voicing concerns because I notice a pattern in dev that is basically most of the times we are going to have like issues with leadership, issues with product management, things like those. And at a given point, a dev will break if they don't take care of themselves. I also have considered going to therapy and might do it sometime. But yeah, it's a sad reality of being a programmer. You will reach a point where, yeah, it will just break sometimes. At least in my case. Because I've been burnt out way too many times lately. And yeah, that ends up affecting myself quite a lot, actually. And yeah, basically that's my heart-to-heart talk about it. So yeah, hope it isn't like me exposing way too much information to stream, but yeah. Besides that, basically I'm really having a lot of fun coding Tulip because I'm learning a new skill that I didn't have, which is Python, and I'm basically improving the stream. I've had a small bit of panic attacks lately, so yeah. Yeah, I had an actual mental breakdown on Monday, so I know that well. So the character on your left will be the mascot. Indeed it will. She already has the VTube studio basically mapped to her emotions. I just need to tinker around a bit more. But she can talk, she can like express herself. It's really good. I can keep the client running just to demonstrate. I've even mapped the channel point rewards that say Tulip to actions she does. So, for example, let me just pass on those exceptions. Requirements 2. Ever consider streaming with face? Requirements 2, of course. Yeah, at a given point I considered it, but I don't feel like comfortable with showing my face. Although I am technically a public figure in a way, I feel like on stream I feel safer behind the VTuber avatar. And plus, it kind of makes me feel a bit more, how should I say it? Not actually myself, but like I can express myself better. As therapy for my social anxiety. Oh, yeah. I'm out speaking at conferences, yeah. Makes sense, yeah. I might do it sometime, but for now I kind of feel like good with the VTuber thing. It kind of adds some more freedom to myself. Yeah, no worries, no worries. I don't think of it as pressure. I mean, eventually I'm going to start therapy as well because I suffer from ADHD supposedly, and yeah, so I need some treatment or at least some checkups from time to time to see how I'm doing, because ADHD is not an easy condition to work with, or at least what I think is ADHD, because I never got an accurate diagnosis of it. What I basically talked with a what is it called? Psychotherapist, if I'm not mistaken, is that it is potentially ADHD, but I don't have like proof in paper that it is. I did an A everything checkup once. 2 days of being tested and booked and prodded. Holy! Yeah, I don't have ADHD, ADD, Asperger's autism or anything. At least that, but yeah, that's quite a lot. I haven't said that because of my social anxiety, yeah. I think that's a common thing with devs. We just suffer from a lot of anxiety. I've noticed that a lot. And it's anxiety, ADHD is a common thing in devs apparently. Like most of people I've worked with like show signs of ADHD. And yeah, I don't know. You're just smart apparently, yeah. I haven't even done an IQ test, so I don't know if I can be qualified as like intelligent, smart, whatever. Like, I consider myself average in a way. Like, yeah, I work hard for what I have as knowledge, but I don't consider myself like smart in a way. Like, okay, not saying that correctly. Knowledge-wise, yeah, like everything else, I'm dumb as a brick. I'll tell you that. Common sense was not something I had a lot, and still struggle with it. Yeah, no. Like, I really don't like it when people at work call me a genius, because I don't feel like a genius. Like, and that's a lot more pressure people put on you because they will have expectations that you can do anything. But there's an issue. There are times where I fail to do it, and those times are when I feel more pressured. So yeah. But yeah, basically, work struggles, not related. Then try again. Yeah, like this week was really a blow to myself. So yeah, just remember they would have felt more than you. Most likely. The point that I'm like the senior dev and I only have 1 year of project, yeah, that's a bit of a struggle sometimes. But yeah, I don't want to bring a lot of my work issues into the stream because this is mostly a safe space for all of us. You know that the word that I have? Yeah, I know. And I know that, yeah, in order for us to have success, we need to fail a lot. That brings crazy mad imposter syndrome. Trust me, I know that feeling. On Monday, my breakdown was caused by it. Like, there's 22 of us in Sweden. Holy. Am I really worthy? Yeah, I had that same feeling. Like, I don't remember what triggered it, but something like hit really hard on my imposter syndrome and I basically just cracked completely. Like, I had a mental breakdown completely. And yeah, I really struggled to think, like, am I always going to suffer like this? Like, is being a dev this? Like, will it ever get any better? And like, I spiraled down in that loop. Yeah, it took me an hour to basically get over it. And even still, it kind of brought some repercussions with it. So, yeah. My advice, check with your therapist, whatever, because it's normal to. I don't say it's normal, but you should, if you feel like you don't. How should I say it? I'm not good at this kind of speeches. So, yeah, I kind of fail sometimes when I try to basically make a heartfelt speech. That's one of the things I struggle with. But yeah, if you ever think you're not worthy, if you ever feel like you don't matter, you do. Trust me. There will always be someone that you matter to. Be it a friend, your partner, whatever. Don't let yourself go down that path. Trust me. If needed, seek the help from a therapist, take help from friends. I'm just about to go to sleep and now you show up to stream. Sorry. I'm basically spent the afternoon outside touching grass. So I only had time now at night. So I'm really sorry. Yeah, as Tindall says, you matter. Yeah, basically Code Rap is from YouTube. I have the multi-chat on the stream, so yeah, at least now and everyone can see chat from both sides. So yeah, I don't know if Twitch is still okay with that, but yeah, so far no problems, so yeah. Okay, let me just put Tulip to the test again. Because she's been quiet for quite some time and I need her to talk, just to demonstrate how she is right now.
Hey there. Just the friendly coding assistant you asked for. Ready to dive into some code or just shoot the breeze? Brain, smiley.
What was the... She didn't use any expression this time? Or is that just messing up on my client? Speaking like Tulip... Oh, it was neutral. Okay, that explains it. I think yesterday I triggered the happy with making her tell a joke. Tell us a joke. But yeah, sorry to have interrupted the heartfelt speech thing, but yeah, overall, what
Sure,
we are
here's one for
trying.
you. Why do programmers prefer dark mode?
Damn it,
Because
Tulip.
light attracts bugs. Wink, bug, dark mode, light bulb, computer.
What I was trying to say, overall, you matter. Don't ever think you don't. You do. Local LLM, kinda. It's running on the server, and I'm communicating via WebSockets. But the server is also running in my home, so yeah. I just have it like loading up a model. I don't remember which. Let me go into here. LLM. It's this one. So the 5.4 mini instruct Q4. It's the one I found was best for it. Local server is local enough, indeed. Because I couldn't put my desktop running the LLM. The desktop would freak out if I did it. Because last time it started using CPU and throttled it to 99% CPU usage. So the stream was having issues. And I basically grabbed that and said, okay, I have a gaming laptop that I'm basically going to discontinue because I need to upgrade it. So I'm going to basically switch the laptop I'm using as a server, put the gaming laptop there, since it has a GTX 1050, and use that for the LLM, like dedicate the full GPU to the LLM, so it has fast responses. And yeah, basically from there, as you can see on the screen, responses take 6 seconds to 12 seconds sometimes. Depends on how large the response is. And after that, it just forwards it to a TTS that sometimes takes 2 to 5 seconds, maybe. And yeah, I'm considering just buying a laptop with a NPU and putting on the shelf somewhere. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. In my case, I'm going to basically buy a framework laptop, the laptop 12. I kind of looked at it and thought, this is really great for like lightweight work on the go. Like if I need to draw something, write something, some light code, something like that. Yeah, just grab this, open, load up whatever I have, and yeah, my main laptop is a Surface Pro. Yeah, I also have a Surface Pro somewhere in my room, but the poor thing has bad battery, so wasn't viable anymore. But one day I might like restore it. I love it, but it's also kinda the last generation before everything got NPUs. Fair enough. The one I have is the original Surface laptop. Not Surface laptop, Surface Pro. And yeah, the poor thing is struggling a lot nowadays. First one gets warm considering pulling that one apart and see. Yeah, I advise that. Although, from what I know, Surface Pros are not the easiest things to pull apart. One minor mistake and the screen goes crack instantly. At least in the original Surface Pro it was like that. Hence why I never touched the inside of it. I was really afraid of just making it go boom. And yeah. Yeah, for it, yeah, it's not easy. You need to basically do the same thing you do with smartphones, and even still, you need to be even more careful than a smartphone. Because you need to heat up the screen enough for the glue to basically like go away, and then you have to carefully deattach the screen. and even still there's a chance you're going to break it. So yeah, but since this one is e-waste, if I can't get the temp stone, I might as well try it. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, yeah. In the case of e-waste, it's basically, if you have a way to repair it, might as well try it. For example, the previous laptop that was being used as my server was basically that. It was e-waste. A laptop that was no longer needed, and I just looked at it and said, okay, it works. It has a decent CPU. Let me put Ubuntu server on it and basically make it an NAS for myself. And yeah, it's basically working. It has, let me see, 4 terabytes in RAID 5, and then another disk with 4 terabytes on the side, just as a backup for the backup. I should probably open it up and start to see if I can drain the battery a bit first. Yeah, might be better to do that. Because those things are ticking time bombs sometimes. No pun intended. But yeah. Eventually, when the Q3 shipping basically gets done for this laptop, is when I'm going to have this one in purple, not purple, lavender, but yeah. So my local home lab is a HP microserver Gen 8. Okay, yeah, it's Gen 8. Alright, that's kinda good. The one I have as a server is a Legion Y520 15 IKPN, I think. I think that's the exact model. No, it's not the i7 one, it's the i5. And then I went ahead and pre-ordered the ZLab D8 Ultra 8-bay AI NAS. Holy, that's amazing. Let me see. Okay, it looks really good. 16 gigabytes up to 96 gigabytes. Holy! Local LLM, AI transcription, smart search. Holy! So you can search it for it easier. Yeah, I can see that. This is amazing. Okay, great stuff, yeah. Okay, if I had the money, I'd most likely also go for something like this at a given point. Can add a document with something and then you can LLM the crap out of it. Oh, that would be my dream for Tulip. If I can add something like she can read my code, she can read my documents and find everything I want, that would be my dream AI. Yeah, maybe one day I can also make Tulip do things like those. With more power, maybe. Would be the dream. Got about 1k for a D8 Ultra, basically the D6 you've got on screen, but with 2 extra slots. Alright. Wow. I'm kind of jealous, not gonna lie, because this looks amazing. And that's the D4, a more affordable one. 8 cores, 6 NPU, okay. SD card reader, TF. Okay. These are customizable color, mode, and brightening. Even the D4 looks kind of good. I mean, I don't get a lot about like NPUs and things like those, but I mean, spec-wise, yeah, this kind of matches. No, it even goes higher than what I use as a server. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah, same amount of disks that I have. Normal D4 needs an external computer to run the actual AI, but it has all the interrupts, so it can do the same as the Ultras, if that makes sense. Okay. yeah. Okay. Somewhere in the future, I might do some research into that. Yeah. But yeah. Yes. Okay. Already read that. uh, but yeah, what I'm using right now, let me see if I can find it. Because I know it has an i5, I don't remember which. First, United States, I don't really care about that. DDR4, yeah, this is another thing, the memory is not the fastest. I'm on them trying to get preview access to the API, so that would be fun. Okay, doesn't say what type of CPUs it has. Basically, I think it's a 6th gen Intel i5. I don't remember which. M speeds aren't that important, to be honest. Yeah, like for the new laptop, I bought a stick of DDR5 because it was cheaper to buy it on the side instead of ordering the one from Framework. And yeah, basically it should be the same thing. Like I don't do RAM intensive work. It's basically a CL46 32 gigabyte stick, and yeah, like I'm not one of those crazy guys that needs to be the fastest thing on the market. Okay, the ads are starting soon, so I might have to to pause the stream. Yeah, I ain't got a clue what my RAM speeds are. I just know I bought the metric ton of it. I have 64 gigabytes of RAM in my computer at the moment, but I think it's just 3200 megahertz. I was going to get 64. Yeah, I got it because programming, streaming with VTuber software and etc. Yeah, I didn't want to risk it. So yeah, I couldn't find a 4x16 gigabyte kit, so I bought a 2x32. I actually found one, but I don't remember which brand. I think it was Corsair. Corsair 32 megahertz, 16 gigabytes times 4, times 2. I think I did something like I bought times 2 twice. So one of these kits. So of course the only thing I could normally was to buy another 2x32 gigabyte kit. Yeah, makes sense. In my case, I have 4 of these. Wait, no, this is a 16 gigabyte total. This one was showing the wrong one, but I don't think it's the Vengeance RGB Pro. Let me check, cause I can see through the window in my desktop. Yeah, it's not the RGB ones. So yeah, it's basically simple ones. They are cheaper. I think I paid like 120 euros for each kit, so 240 in total. But RGB gives you. Indeed, it does. Although my computer only has RGB in the fan. Like the exhaust fan is the only one that has RGB. The rest of the computer, no lights. Because basically, it's way more expensive. Yeah. I mean, it has too much RGB because I don't know reasons. Yeah. My previous build also had it, and it was obnoxious to have it. Because imagine sleeping and your computer still has power and you can see the lights while sleeping. Yeah, not fun. some stuff came with RGB fans, case, cooler, and I said, I'll just keep buying the same fans. Yeah. For fans, I think I also went with Corsair. Like, normally Corsair is a brand I like for things like this, so I typically go for it. Even my mouse at the moment is a Corsair one, so yeah, fractal for me, but I mean, yeah. They spin and they push air. Indeed. In my case, it was, are they cheap? And do they fit what I want? They do? Okay, fine. There it goes. And they go blink, blink. Yeah, makes sense. The shiny, shiny. Yeah. But yeah, only one that has lights is basically the exhaust fan, which is older. It came from my previous build, so yeah. And I have to say, I really hope I don't have to make a new build anytime soon, because this one was a pain in the ass to make. Because I had to make it because my previous CPU and motherboard fried at the same time. Yeah, that was not fun. Imagine hearing just click and basically the computer goes off. I love buying computer parts, so do I. But I don't plan on doing a full build by hand again. I hate with passion, I hate building them afterwards. Indeed, there's my issue. Basically, my build is perfect as it is right now. I don't need a faster CPU, I don't need faster memory, I don't need a better GPU. For what I do at the moment, it's perfect. And basically, since I haven't been playing too many games lately, I have no issues. So I press a bounce and stare out the driveway until stuff arrives, and then they sit in a corner in boxes for a week before I can be asked to do anything about it. That's a fun fact, I couldn't fit my new GPU in my case. Oh, that is really horrible to deal with. I know that my GPU is like inside my case by 1 millimeter. Like, it was the exact fit by pure chance. So I install my case, put in the GPU, then reassemble the case around the GPU. Taking it out will take like an hour. Yeah, I can imagine. Or it could have gone the way of Linus Tech Tips, just hacksaw it. Like, but I don't think it was a hacksaw, a grind saw, whatever it was called. Just sawing out the basically the case in that area. Angle grinder, exactly that. Yeah, but no. Fair enough. I own one, but I do not do that. Yeah. I also did not do any like modifications to my case. I used metal shears once, but not to this case. I also did something like that once. Don't remember the exact reason why, but I think it was the thing for the GPU, like the outside part of the case was basically blocking a port, and I just clip, and basically that's it. Imagine big hefty scissors made for cutting metal. Had a cable that wouldn't reach. Holy. Yeah. But yeah, it can be fun to basically make your own build, but it can also be a pain in the ass then after. In my case, I suck at cable management. My cables are maybe some of the worst organized cables possible, because I needed to get it done with fast. So yeah, I hope I never have to basically touch those cables again. So who knows? Cable management is easy but takes a long time. Indeed it does. You need a lot of time and patience to do cable management. In my case, most of the cables are hidden on the back side of the case. Fix the visible stuff and the invisible stuff I use precursive maintenance makes a lot of sense. Okay, I put it in about the right place and push it until the case closes. Exactly what I did. Like, the cables are literally pushing against the back cover of the computer. So, yeah. Funny enough. Okay. Let me just continue doing this before I forget what the hell I was doing. Because, yeah. How do you do things like these? Okay, trading itself, self-taming. Another term percussive maintenance, by the way. I imagine. Yeah, sorry, I'm just paying. No worries, no worries. Actually, this is good for me because sometimes I bore myself out when just talking on stream. So, yeah, having someone to interact with is a lot better. Tyndall, thank you for the subscription.
Tyndall just subscribed.
Thank you. Yeah, you're the first one. Like, yesterday was my first stream as affiliate. Today's
Hey
the
there.
second one.
Professor Leo, welcome aboard. Thanks for the sub. You've just made me a little less lonely in my digital world. Remember, I'm here 24/7 for all your coding needs. Smile, coding, heart, computer, brain.
Okay, thank you so much for being my first subscriber. And basically, Tulip tried to thank you as well. Except I basically might have done a mistake in the code. And it's grabbing my channel name instead of who subscribed. So, and I even forgot that code existed. So, yeah, that was a good test. Let me see. Where is the Twitch? Yeah, I know, but sometime in the future it might happen again, and if I don't fix it now, I'll forget about it. Unsub. Let me see. Sub chat username. Might be something related to sub. Okay. Trying to see how I can obtain the data for that. Join, etc. Let's oh, that's basically Stream Boss. I can even show it. It's on Streamlabs. If I go to this site, log in with Twitch. I can go into the widgets. If I can find them, all widgets. Should be something around here. Stream Boss. And here it is. This is what's being displayed on stream. It's basically a fun way to have interaction with the audience. And basically, whenever I get subbed, it takes a chunk of my HP. Follows as well, subscriptions on YouTube, things like those. It keeps like taking HP. And whoever deals the finishing blow will be the next boss. So it's really fun. I think. Like, wait, you didn't follow yet? Yeah, and as you can see, it took 20 HP out of my HP bar. Of course I followed. That was just a test. Yeah, I know. I'm just messing with you. Yeah, you do well. Just do some QA testing on the system. Let me just see something, because I kind of need to extract the whoever basically subscribed. Twitch.py just up get subscriber name. There should be something like that. I can probably trigger it next stream again. You might be able to just spam it. I don't think Streamlabs is identifying it. But don't quote me on that. Upload recent follower, not what I want. There has to be a way for me to extract who subscribed, basically. Oh, identifies refollows in a single stream. Okay. And there's another bot. Oops. Okay, I can probably stream. Okay. Yeah, I kind of don't know how Streamlabs does it, so yeah. But yeah, feel free to continue spamming it. Like, it's a fun way to interact at least. Let me see. Where was I? Chat sub. I need a way to extract that thing. Okay. So this is the main class. We have chat. Sub message is a string, sub plan is a string. Chat room. Name of subscription plan use. ID of subscription plan use. Message sub given. Not what I can use. Yeah. Oh yeah, I also have those emotes. That's right. Those are the follow emotes. I'm currently waiting on a commission for the actual sub emotes. They should come next week. Like, the artist that I commissioned does amazing work with the sub emotes, so I'm really excited to get to see them really soon. As for the badges, I'm the one that's basically designing the badges. Oh, Celestial Bean Art. Another artist that I might add to my list to keep a track of, because I normally keep a track of these things. Captain Coder. Oh, I know Captain Coder. Yeah. Okay. The Tinder clay is so cute. Yeah. Basically the one I only designed two, which are the Professor, what was it? No, not that. Basically it's the sleep and the drink. Those are the only two I designed because they are essentially my starting soon and ending soon emotes on stream. So yeah, basically I only designed these two. First by Science Streams. That's a lot of artists. Yeah, that's really amazing. For now, since I have limited slots, I only commissioned 6 emotes from the same artist. Let me see if I can find their name. I know I have it open in a different browser. Yeah, this one. Essentially, I commissioned from this artist, and basically my reason behind it was there's 2 streamers that I follow a lot and that I love their emotes, and I'm thinking they have okay, before I do a mistake, basically this artist did the emotes for both those streamers, or at least some of the emotes, and like I love the work she did. The artist did. Okay, I sometimes have to basically catch myself trying to basically say something wrong. Yeah. So yeah, basically I commissioned 6 emotes. I gave some ideas that I had in mind, and yeah, when you find stuff you like, go for it. Yeah, I lose my abilities sometimes. Yeah, I have that issue, especially at work. I sometimes have to catch myself before I do a mistake. But yeah, I was basically going to several streams, seeing which artists they were using, seeing if commissions were open, seeing if I liked the work, and basically then these two streamers popped into my head and I was like, let me check if their artist is available for commissions. And fortunately for me, that was the case. They had commissions open, so first thing I did was essentially, yeah, I want you to be my artist. But yeah, I really am excited to basically get to see my emotes soon. So yeah, that will be really good when they come. And besides that, I'll need to work on my sub badges eventually. Only the ones I bought from stream themselves, so I asked them. Yeah. Eventually, I'll order a few more emotes when the time comes. For now, 6 is enough, and it's the most I can invest into the stream. So let's see how things go. Because technically, Tulip over there kind of cost me money as well, because I had to purchase the model and basically edit myself everything about her. So yeah, that's another expense. 17. Oh. I'm at, let me check. I think I can show that on stream. Emotes, yeah. I have 2 slots available for the free, and I have 4 for tier 1, and then 1 for each tier 2 and tier 3. I'll be lurking. Okay, no problem. Do what you need to do, don't worry. I'll still be here for at least another hour and a half, maybe. So yeah, I'll see you around if we don't catch each other. Yeah, we have the same amount of slots. Yeah. It's gonna be fun to fill these slots. That what emote looks so cool as well. Let me see if I can basically just describe what emotes I'm going to have, because I filled some details about them. Essentially, what I asked for was 1 emote for the hello, 1 for angry, 1 for sad, 1 holding a heart, 1 holding a sign saying raid for when I do raids, and 1 laughing. Oh, hey Zendrick, welcome to the stream. How are you? I was just chatting for now. Not much dev work being done. I know. So yeah, basically eventually I'll have the emotes ready to go on stream. I'm just waiting for basically the final product, which should be around 2 days from now, but no rush. If the artist needs more time, I'm okay with it, because like this was me kind of rushing myself, because all of a sudden I became affiliate and I was like, shit, I didn't prepare anything. What now? Let me rush to basically get emotes, get sub budgets, and just go. So yeah, I kinda basically blew a fuse in myself. So yeah, let me see what I was trying to get in the subscribe event, because I know there has to be a way for me to extract the subscriber. Let me see, chat sub, chat burst. Okay, this is for the instance, and basically this is the room that it was issued in. I normally try to avoid using Copilot for help, but I'm kinda getting stuck on a point. Because I don't know how to extract the sub, the person that subscribed. Okay. Given this code, how do I extract the subscriber username from the twitch.py Python library? Let's see if our good old friend Copilot can enlighten me. Sub.user.name. I don't think that's a thing. If it is, that was really dumb of me for not noticing. No, it doesn't have one. Copilot is basically inventing stuff again. Sub.user does not exist. I mean, I can extract from somewhere else instead of the event. Sub username also doesn't exist, so Copilot is basically inventing stuff again. Let me see. There has to be a way via API for me to extract the most recent sub. Let me go see the documentation. Twitch API. Subscriber. Chat settings. No. Get broadcaster subscriptions, first 20. Catalyst, first the maximum number of items, to optimize bandwidth, the number of. If this was ordered by date of subscription, so most recent to oldest, I could use something like this. But sadly, it isn't that. Get channel teams. Wait a minute, let me check something, because I have this outputting things like these. So basically all the chat. Let me see if it outputted the subscriber as well. Don't think so. Yeah, I don't see the subscriber event. Okay, gonna need to be a bit more creative then. New subscription in Professor Leo. Yeah, type 1000. Don't even know what that is. Okay. Twitch.py get most recent sub. Let me see if somewhere in here there's a way, because otherwise I'm just going to have to say for Tulip to essentially give a general thank you, basically, instead of mentioning the person, at least for now. So only Twitch mods. Account, get an accurate list of subscribers. Yeah, I'm going to have to research this one, because otherwise I'm going to have to plan the trigger in a different way. I might have to do it via OBS. So for now what I say is Tulip, a new person has just subscribed on Twitch with the message sub message. Can you thank them for that? That should be fine. and basically she will give a more generic reply, not a customized one, until I manage to get something different working. So yeah, just trying to see how things look. This needs to be a \n. Set message, okay. Seems good. So besides this, let me see. Anyway, I was trying to do something before this. Oh, the whole Python while loop thing in a different thread. I'll true pass, not what I want to do. I'll true this T1 thread target run A. Okay. Need to do something like if I trigger the STT toggle listening in background while self.listening, this needs to be in a different thing. So while self.listening, I'm going to also do this. Okay. Try to do this. Hold up, because I'm basically seeing something. Try, etc. And can I basically do all this again? So yeah. Okay. If self.listening, I'm going to basically do this thread thing over here. I'm going to basically pass this into here and say listen for command, and it needs to be self. Listen for command. Import the thread. Okay, set daemon is deprecated. Is that it? Okay, I'm going to remove that. And that should do the trick, I think. It's worth a shot, so let me just see. Listen in background. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to stop the client so it can restart. Okay, so far I don't see anything serious. The listening is not defined. Okay. So something failed. Where do you fail? Total listening there. Okay, so in the client.py, I don't have a toggle listening. I really don't. Okay. Define toggle listening as stt.toggle listening in background. Okay. If my theory is correct, this will work. Just depends on if I'm actually thinking correctly. So this is a test to see if the speech to text is working. Okay, something failed. And it essentially didn't basically do a separate thread for this. because it still locked my UI. Okay. And listen for command, if command and command text. Did I mess up the code? Not again. Okay, what did I do? Well, self.listening. Wait source, self-recognizer, pause threshold. Correct. Let me see. Sublet command. If command and command text. Okay, something ain't right. Oh, a friend of mine just said that Saba is basically streaming. Saba, for those that don't know, is basically the new core guru, basically outside of the contract with Whole Life since she graduated. So yeah, I might watch after the stream. Want to see how basically she looks now. Now, as for what's going on here, let me see if I have an output wave file in my local. Should be command wave. That's it. Properties, details. 2 minutes ago. Okay. What happens if I open this up? It actually grabbed the audio quite well. Okay, I'm impressed. So, something else failed. It wasn't that. Whisper, transcribe, etc. Might be the whisper. Not sure. Okay, let me do another thing. I'm going to basically say for this, go in here and start in a different thread. Threading thread. Okay, already had that code. Okay, thread func daemon true. Okay, daemon equals true. Start. Okay, I can just do this. Okay, and then in here, do this. Okay, that should actively listen to whatever I say and basically transcribe it. Let me wait and put a breakpoint in here so I can see what the behavior is. Okay, this is a test of the current speech-to-text system. Okay. We have a command file pass, correct, and it's transcribing. Okay, gives that error, fair enough. Command. Okay, this is a test of the current speech-to-text system. Didn't capture completely what I said, but that's good. Okay, so this might give an error because I know what the error is. Okay, your issue is basically this. If I just pass the command, it should now just show as a string. I'm going to basically put the breakpoint now on the line below it and see what it does. Hopefully we now have something working. Okay, now I heard a different... oh, okay. Streamer I know basically is going live. Give me a second, I'm dealing with some stuff on the side. Okay, sorry about that. Let me see. Testing the text, the speech-to-text system. How does it sound, Tulip? Let's see what her response is. Testing the speech, how does it sound? And it still does that thing, where it doesn't detect that I'm saying Tulip correctly. Might be my... what is the term? Intonation? I think it's something like that. Basically my accent isn't helping with it capturing completely. Okay, so now it technically should stop listening, but it doesn't. Okay, it basically didn't send anything. Okay, if you manage to do it, self-listening equals false. Let's see if now it works. And listen callback. Let me see if the client listen callback. Okay, this. Oh, I know why it didn't send anything, because at the moment I'm not sending it directly. I'm waiting for it to basically fill a text box so I can manually approve it as a test. That's why. Okay, I'm currently testing my speech-to-text system. How does it sound, Tulip? Let's see. Okay, it's taking a long time. I'm not liking that. Unless it's stuck somewhere. Okay, I think something done goofed. Code needs optimizations. Okay. Need to find a way to not lock the GUI when it's listening. Okay, so I'm currently testing the speech-to-text functionality of the client app. How does it sound to you, Tulip? Okay, there it goes. Command. Okay, so I'm currently speech-to-text functionality of the client app. How does it... This time it got Tulip correctly, because I said it in a slightly different way. So, depends on how I say it. Okay. But now it's not setting that. You know what? I'm just going to risk it and send it directly to Tulip. I think the chat one is... oh, this is the async define. I need something that I can basically call before this. Okay, where are you being used? Okay, I think io.run. Send message. Okay. Message. If not message. message to this. Once again, if not message, return, because you basically got nothing. And with this, I can just say in here, send message, text. Okay, hopefully that's the last test of this functionality. Let's see. Hey Tulip, I'm currently testing the speech-to-text functionality of the client app. How does it sound to you? Okay, I might have said that a little too fast. Tulip, I'm currently testing the speech-to-text functionality of the client app. Whoa, this time it detected perfectly. Nice. Okay, so from here, we're basically going to send it to the server, supposedly. Awesome.
Hey there, I'm all ears. Speech to text is like a magic trick, turning your spoken words into code.
Amazing.
Just let me know how it goes, I'm here for the fun. Smiley, magic wand, speech bubble, computer.
It appears to have worked. So far, you understood correctly what I said. Your reply was a bit not what I was expecting, but I'll allow it. Okay, you kinda messed with what I said. Let me just replace. And I didn't say I'll love it, I said I'll allow it. But I can understand why it didn't detect correctly. Okay, besides that, it's perfect. Speech to text is working. Let me just see if I don't explode.
Hey there, user. Glad to hear my ears are working well. Remember, I'm here to assist, not judge. Keep me updated, and we'll keep coding together. Smile, code, computer.
Perfect. Can you say hi to the chat for me, please? Detected correctly.
Hey everyone. Just a friendly reminder that I'm here, ready to assist and chat. Smiley, chat, computer.
You can't see it on my face, but I'm actually basically have a smug on my face because that's working. So yeah. Can you introduce yourself to chat, please? Okay. If I don't talk really fast, it does work. So that might be the trick. Though
Hey
the
there.
expressions are a bit
I'm Tulip,
neutral.
your witty, energetic, and sometimes sassy AI coding assistant. I'm here to help with all your coding needs and keep the conversation lively. Happy to help and chat anytime. Smile, code, computer, chat, funny, computer.
Let me just check what emotions she is passing, because I'm only seeing neutral. Hey Tulip, one thing I noticed, you are only passing the neutral expression. Is something wrong? Okay. Speech to text is actually working really well. I'm impressed. Okay, something is wrong with the code.
Hey there. No worries, user. I'm here to support and assist you in any way I can. If there's anything specific you need, feel free to let me know.
Oh,
Smile. Good. Computer.
the
Chat.
simulate
Funny.
speaking stopped
Computer.
working. Let me see. Yeah, the VTube Studio thing isn't working. Received 1002 protocol error. Okay. Something ain't working that well. Python. Obstacles with protocol error 1002. Protocol violation. Sure that all data sent to us is properly formatted. I don't want the discord.py one. I'd want to see something related to the VTube Studio one. Okay, but might be some issue with this. Also, let me do something. I'm going to restart Tulip. Because I don't like that she's only passing neutral when I didn't change anything in the prompt. So, yeah. Let me see if with a reboot to her core, she will start basically behaving well. And I also need to restart my client. Okay, that should be on. Okay, let me just check the server. Was connection complete? That's fine. Now, in the client. Hey Tulip, can you tell a joke? Let's see. Okay, now it's sassy.
Oh, why don't we just have a joke session instead of this awkward silence? Alright, here goes. Why did the
Okay.
programmer quit his job? He didn't want to work with semicolons anymore. Hope that tickles your funny bone. Now, how about you spill some of your latest gaming adventures? Or, if you're feeling extra adventurous, challenge me to a coding duel.
Okay, enlighten me on what you mean with coding duel. No, it stopped way too early. Let me see if the emotion is working.
Challenge accepted. Here goes.
It
Why
is.
was the JavaScript developer sad?
Oh,
Because he didn't feel anything until he saw this end and he felt sad. Alright, ready for the coding duel? I've got some tricks up my digital sleeves. Let's see who's the master of algorithm and code. Or if you prefer a less intense competition, I'd happily share my favorite programming tricks and tips. What do you say?
let's go for the coding duel then. I said duel, not tool. Okay, I can see why it basically said the wrong thing. Never mind. Okay, she still understood me.
Fabulous choice. Brace yourself for an epic showdown of coding prowess. I'll
Enthusiastic.
be demonstrating
Another
my
one.
latest JavaScript function that converts a string
Okay.
into an array of characters. Ready to see if you can spot the clever trick I use? Let's dive into some code magic. Or if you're feeling more adventurous, challenge me with a tricky programming question or task.
Enthusiastic.
I'm here for anything from coding dilemmas to the latest tech news.
Okay,
What's on your mind today?
is the audio crackling only on my end, or was it also on stream? Because I heard a lot of audio crackling there. Okay, but whatever for now. Encouraging, excited. So for sarcastic, let me program some new things into her model. I have it open here. Let me see what hotkeys I have access to. Say idea, sweating, blush, angry. Okay, none that I'm currently using. Also, let me turn off the cat ears for now. Okay. And also let me do something, because I kind of want to use the loading one for certain things. Let me open code, because I output the thing for here, loading. Okay. Where's the... oh, there it is. Didn't see the scroll bar. Okay, I'm going to go into the VTuber studio and say async define loading self and say wait, I'm going to call it toggle loading. Try await self toggle hotkey self hotkey being this one, cat accept exception as e print in here cat ears print parent toggle loading. Okay, now whenever I say for this to be done, before you send the WebSocket message, I'm going to say await VTuber studio dot toggle loading, and same for here. When you receive a response, you will retoggle the loading, so it basically disappears. Okay, besides that, I kinda want to create a new expression that will be basically the smug. Let me see if I can create a new expression. The model itself might glitch out to a previous one. It doesn't matter at the moment. Smug. Let me see if something like that exists. No. Let me see. Lot of expressions, etc. I know I've seen something related to it. Cupid, hair, animal ear position, horns. These are the parameters. Okay. Angle rotations. Sleeping. Okay. Not that one. Idle animation. Cheek puff. Okay, that's cute. Mouse shrug. Okay. Mouse form. Not what I want. Poker rhythm. Oh. Also not that. I don't think there's a way for me to do this smug expression. Which is kind of sad, but for now we can only accept it, basically. Okay. Let me go back to how it was. Okay. And return this screen here. Reboot the app and see if at least the loading works. Okay, I'm sitting down again. Let me drink some water. Alright, I'm back. Let me see. Hey Tulip, can you tell a joke? Okay, that doesn't matter, I think. Yeah. Still send the thing. Oh, and you can see she's loading. I love that.
Oh, why don't we just have a joke session instead of this awkward silence? Alright, here goes. Why did the programmer quit his job? He didn't want to work with semicolons anymore. Hope that tickles your funny bone.
Okay.
Now, how about you spill some of your latest gaming adventures? Or, if you're feeling extra adventurous, challenge me to a coding duel. Theo, okay, enlighten me.
Okay, let's go for the duel. The hell? Okay, she's going to break. Yeah, she broke. Hold up. Okay, but at least we are making progress. Although sometimes the speech to text isn't quite there. Okay, and stream will be paused for ads. I'm going to use this chance to basically go eat something, then I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Let's continue working on this then. What I want to do now is basically map the rest of the emotions, because right now only happy is technically working. VTuber Studio. Going to go into here and try. Simulate sarcastic. I mean, it shouldn't be parameters anymore. Yeah, simulate angry, simulate sad. Oh, okay. So I've been basically stupid at the moment. Okay. Let me restart everything in the client so I can test some things. Okay. So, how is the set? Okay, that's not mapped because it's the previous one. Okay. Let me do something. Simulate happy. It's this again. And let me grab the emotions. Happy. Okay. Let me see how it is in here. Oops. Okay. She's back. Let me do something. Luck. So that never happens again. And let me say angry. There it is. Let me grab the hotkey ID. Crap. Okay. Grab only this part before that happens again. And I'm going to say simulate angry. Also, let me set the loading back to how it was. Just shift 4. There it goes. Oops. And let's see the rest of the emotions. So you have blush, I heart, I star. Okay. We can also set that for surprised, sarcastic, laughing. Okay. Going to copy into here, and I'm going to say I star like that, and it should be this ID. Okay, where's the tiers one? I dollar, I dizzy. What is dizzy? Oh, I think I know. Yeah, that one. Okay. I tier should be this one. Yeah. This one looks good for what I want. Okay, so if I search in here, EI tier, there it is. Oops, it was too far. I'm going to pass into, where is it set? There it is. Okay. Simulate sarcastic. Let me see if there's something. Shift 6. Okay, not actually. What's a star? Shift 7. Oh. I mean, could work. Okay. Star. There it is. Sarcastic. And we have a smile. ITT, no sigh. I mean, I can create the happy one. Mouse. Okay, why is this not working? Wait a minute. I remember something about these parameters here. Should key speed. Oh, this only changes that. Can't regarding the everything else. Expression. Okay. If we go down into the section that says mouse, this. Okay. If we use this, and I think kinda didn't save the expression itself. Yeah, I got goofed on that one. Okay, mouse. Oh! Now I know. I gave it the name like this. Yeah. So, grab me everything related to mouse. Shrug, bunker, widen. Okay. Oh, and there's the smug. I like it. So, I'm going to say hotkey action, set and set expression, mouse, and call this smug. Key combination, etc. Okay. Oh, I just realized I'm doing this off screen, so you can't see that much. Yeah, my bad. Control Shift N, there it is, back to normal. I'm going to set key combination of Control Shift S. Okay. Basically it's doing nothing to the mouse. Clear keys, Control Shift L. Okay, these work, but that one doesn't. Something in that expression isn't correct. Oops. Mouse. Select. Okay. Kinda might be because of the parameters. Since I'm setting the parameters instead of everything else, I don't know. I mean, theoretically... Oh. Just wasn't that good. Okay. Yeah, that works. So, I'm going to now have to basically extract the smug expression, which should be something like that. Okay, hopefully I can extract it now. So, let's see. Should have something around here that basically tells me all the expressions. Or maybe not. Oh. Not funded model. Because I don't have the happy one yet. Sad. Okay, that's adorable. Angry. Oh. Okay, surprised. Let me untoggle. Yeah, that works. Okay, it's running multiple at the same time, so it's freaking out. Makes sense. Let me go back to this. And I'm going to have to untoggle. Yeah. Now I have to untoggle off this. Okay. Hold up. If I now go into here, take off the angry, take off the sad, and take off the surprised. Oh, that's an issue. Yeah, I'm going to stop you there. Okay, I can't do multiple at the same time, otherwise it freaks out. Let me see, I star is E7, okay, that one is off. Angry, shift 1, that's off. And E8, okay, she's back. Now, I don't have anything outputting the code. VTuber Studio. Yeah, I basically commented this out. Or maybe not. Because hotkey list. Okay. Okay, do you want to put a list? You did. Which is fine. Okay, we have a new list. Should have something saying smug. And this will be inserted into the expression for sarcastic, like so. Let me check what expressions am I basically passing. Sassy, smug, pass sarcastic. Seems about right. And okay. Let me now see for the happy. We're going to need to create a new expression. So go into here and say happy. and filter by mouse. Mouse form like so, and like so. Save, done. And Control Shift N. There she's back. Hotkey action, set, expression. Happy. Okay, key combination. Control Shift H. Control Shift H. Okay. Let me edit some other things about the happy one. Let me search for I. Expression. Okay, no. Eye size, eyelash. Okay, not what I want. IL smile. I right smile. Squint. What is squint? Okay, apparently it does nothing. Okay. Mess around with the eyes. If I do this. No. This doesn't work. Dark heart star. Dizzy. It's expression ITT. Oh. Okay. Height frame. Oh. Definitely not that. Okay. That seems fine. So Control Shift H. Okay. I'll accept it for now. And now if I try to trigger another thing in here, it should output me the new expression ID. Let's see. Do the happy one for now. Okay. Seems like it's this one. And now at the end, happy. There's the ID. And that should be all the emotions set. Okay. Reload. Okay. Received a lot of notifications all of a sudden. Okay, I'll take a look at it after the stream. Never mind. Okay, let's finish the work for today then. Happy? Doesn't seem different. Yeah, seems mostly the same. Okay, set. Okay, now the client isn't working. How is that? Is it trying to toggle? Oh, no, never mind. Okay, something ain't right here. Shift 1. Shift 1. Control Shift H. Okay, Shift 2. I mean, everything seems to be working, so why the major issue? Let me comment this again. I know why. I was basically only calling the get hotkey. Okay. Happy? That seems fine. Okay. Tulip, can you say something in an angry tone? Yes. Trying to test something. Oh. Okay. Send a message. Okay, line 66. I'll just set an empty inside of it or something. 66. And then, okay. Reload. And after this, it should work theoretically. Let's see. Okay, so far so good. And if I go into here.
Sorry, I can't express anger, but I've got plenty of sass for you. Winking face with tongue.
Okay, sarcastic word. And you can express angry if you try. Come on. Do it for the stream, please.
Oh, alright, I'll give it a shot. Just kidding, I don't know how to be angry, but let's pretend it's a challenge. Grinning face with smiling eyes.
Okay, fair enough. She can do it on command. And in here, playful. Okay. What about something sad?
Oh, you want sad? Sure thing, I've got a sad story about how I accidentally deleted a whole server once. Tears of laughter.
Okay, funny as well. I kinda want you to return the sad or angry expression to test the mapping to your VTuber model. Okay. What is your reply then, Tulip?
Challenge accepted. Let's see, how about this? Angry face with tongue. There you go, my angry self ready to roll. Smirking face.
Fair enough. I can't call the angry or sad on command. Oh well. At least we tested that the mappings are working. So that is good enough for me. So yeah, I think I'm going to end the stream here. It's been a wonderful 2.5 hours, and I hope everyone enjoyed. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next stream. How about we get Tulip to say goodbye again? Okay, can you say goodbye, chat? Stream will be ending now. I'm going to see if Tulip can do the honors of saying goodbye.
Sure thing. Thanks for watching, folks. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more fun and sassy programming adventures. See you next time with...
See you next time.
And that should work.
Professor
Yo,
Leo
Professor
Raid
Leo, what's up?
incoming.
Welcome in.
Professor Leo Raid incoming.
Thank you very, very much for the raid, Professor Leo. I hope you had a delightful stream today. Thank you everybody for joining in. We're Professor Leo over here. My name is Settlix. I'm just a cube doing game dev stuff. I hope you had a wonderful time with Leo. Hey, right back at you, Leo. How was the stream? What were you up to today? Of course, if you have a moment. If you don't, I completely understand. Take care of business, all that good stuff. But if you have a second, I would love to know what you were doing. Attack manager. We don't need. Oh yes, we do need this. So attack manager equals that. Attack manager this, and then we're gonna immediately subtract this. So the first time we interact with it, I'm gonna immediately remove the listener.
Water, 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 drink it.
I will drink some water.
I
Really
don't
good. My
believe you.
AI is now working with a VTuber model, and it's been wonderful.
Good
Yo,
job.
nice.
I hope you enjoyed that water.
Well, hell yeah, Professor Leo. I'll have to take a look at this at some point if I can remember to and swing by. And congrats on getting things working. Okay, so it should wait until attacked by target. And we've got all the things that we need to make that function. And then let's see, it should be returning running. Yes. So it returns running. If attacked, it returns success. Perfect. So agent waits until attacked by target. So self waits until attacked by target. And then that would go here, I guess. Funny enough, I'm kind of curious if this would work baseline. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out, put this here, and this should make it so they won't attack us until we attack them. I'll try to create some clips of it. Well, no worries. I mean, it might be helpful if you want to show other people, but I can always go and check out the VOD too. Okay, so they're standing, they're doing nothing. I attack, and they start attacking me. Okay, awesome. It does work. It works out of the box. Look at that. Look at that go. Look at it go. It's like I can actually code things every now and then. This is a mandatory thing, by the way. You got to celebrate little victories, in case you didn't know this.
Oh, look at Setolix, spending a solid hour making a couple variants of imps after separating attack combos into subgraphs.
You know
I
it.
mean, sure, these little demon minions need their flair, but is it really taking an hour to pimp out some imps?
Yeah.
What are they doing? Making existential dread before each attack animation?
Yeah,
Maybe the imps
actually.
just want to unionize and demand better combo moves or health benefits.
They
Or
probably
maybe
do want
Setos
better
secretly
combo
crafting
moves.
the next big indie hit, Impacalypse now. Either way, if those
Impacalypse.
imps don't start looking terrifying soon, I'm sending them to timeout for slacking. Keep grinding, Seto.
Impacalypse.
Just remember,
I will-
every minute you spend tweaking those imps is one more minute closer to world domination, or at least shipping this project.
Yeah, it definitely is closer to shipping the project. That's for sure the case. So I must have edited the wrong graph when I did that. That is funny. Did I edit the wandering attacker? Yeah, I did. That's great though. So this actually weights appropriately then. So we can remove this. Put that back. Okay, so that gives us the weighting pattern. Where did all my notes go? Did I do that on this one? I must have done that on the other one. Yeah, I did it over here. Wait.
Trust me. I'm a fish. Don't ask any other further questions.
No, I think I've confused myself. Yeah, I think I've definitely just confused myself and deleted something that didn't need to be
Special, I
deleted.
really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So many great
Thank you so
recommendations.
much.
Yeah, Fire
I'm so-
TV serves up the
I'm
best
so
options
thankful,
from all
I'm
my
so
apps in
awesome,
one
so
place.
thankful,
It just
thankful,
gets what I'm into.
Interesting.
Yeah, fish.
Get into more of what you're into with Fire TV.
Winking face.
And then
with
they
tongue.
keep going.
Okay.
And then they
Sarcastic
keep going
words.
forever. Then they never stop attacking.
Sorry, I can't express anger, but I've got plenty of sass for you. Winking face with tongue.
Okay. Sarcastic word.
Sorry, I
we-
can't
can we
express anger,
debug you,
but I've got
please?
plenty of sass for you. Winking face with tongue.
Sometimes the debugging really doesn't play nice. Wandering attacker, there we go. Yeah, so we're running it says we're running the wander subgraph on this guy right now. That can't be right. Can't be the right target. I should really name them differently. There we go. Yeah, so they're running sequential attack over and over. So it must wait only once, and then after that, maybe it's using the same persistent instance of the node. So the
Okay.
node is then set
Sarcastic
to
words.
true permanently, and every time it iterates over it after
Sorry,
that,
I can't
it's
express
not
anger,
getting
but I've
reset.
got plenty of sass for you.
So we'll do
Winking face with tongue.
override on end,
Okay. Sarcastic word.
just to be sure it's done at the end of it.
Sorry, I can't
base,
express
on
anger, but I've got
end,
plenty of sass for you.
just in case there's anything that
Winking
they do
face
to
with
clean
tongue.
up. And then we'll do attacked equals false.
Sorry, I can't express anger, but I've got plenty of sass for you.
And now they should attack me once and then stand there and wait. And the idea is this can then be used to, stop all sorts of things from happening. So maybe they'll stand there and stare at you, and then the moment that you try to attack them, they will leap behind you or do something crazy. Play your attacks against you. Okay, let's see if that one works.